it just flew. It's pretty windy, but this thing is fine. The wind, this is one of those 900mm EPP ones. I know I've done videos of this in the past, but this is about as good as I've ever had it flying. I put these little pieces of foam on the tips of the wings. They give it like a little bit of a anti-stall characteristic, and also slows down the roll a little bit. But you know, this plane is very fast on the roll in its original configuration, and when the ailerons are tipped up, you can do amazing things with it, but it's way beyond my capabilities. I just fly it for fun and you know, kind of like sport. So let's get a flight up. I'll show you how nice it does in this questionable conditions. Nice and smooth, it handles the wind. Another thing with this plane, they recommend a 1300 3S, and yeah, as much as it fits in there, it really doesn't balance all that well. It actually requires a little bit of nose weight. I guess if you're going to be flying it on a dead calm day and you're going to be doing 3D, the 1300 will work out well because you have CG, and you know, you got to be pretty good for that. And you know, so I just want to kick it around in, you know, weather like this actually, because this is what it's perfect for. Watch that pole. You can see it's doing fine, nice and stable, doesn't get kicked around. It gets blown around a little. It's probably getting moved off its path, but as you can see, there's no stabilization on this thing, and it's not getting beat up at all. That's rock steady. Anyway, the plane came with the 1300, or came with a spot for the 1300, and I carved it out and went to a 2200. I also don't feel like I'm beating up the battery too much by flying it for an extended period. I think I get in conditions like this. I just brought that other flight back in 6 minutes, but I have the time set to 7, so I know, you know, in calmer conditions I can definitely go for 7, but I'm cutting it down to roughly 6. I can probably go for 7, but I don't want to stress the batteries. And the batteries are not stressed in this plane at all. It's just there for, you know, weight. But plane came with gear, you know, landing gear, but they're kind of flimsy and they get stuck in the grass. So this thing's better off being thrown anyway. I mean, for some planes you can see they get tossed in the wind, they get buffeted. This thing just holds its line really nice. It looks dull out, but the sky is actually really glary. Just my eyes a lot today, but I haven't seen this plane for sale. I've seen others like it, and I think they're available in the same size. This is a 900mm. I've seen them in mostly the 1000mm, which is, I guess, slightly bigger wingspan. And you know, they recommend for the 1000mm they actually recommend the 2200. For the 900 they recommend the 1300. But I think the 1000 would be just fine for you know, something like this, you know, flying around you know, a small area like this. But if I was going to do it again, I'd try to find the 900. It's just Tecone doesn't. I haven't seen Tecone as a you know, a manufacturer. I got this from nitro planes years ago, and you know, nitro planes seems to cease to exist. If anybody is listening this far, let me know where you can get this if you can find it again. Like I said, I think they make something, you know, very similar, but I don't think it's the same manufacturer. This is a an Sbach. I'll tell you the number. when we get it landed. But the Sbach is it's a triple taper on the wing, I guess, if you want to call it that. If you look at the leading edge is tapered back, the trailing edge is tapered forward, and the tip cord, well, obviously the tip cord is less than the root cord, but the thickness of the tip aileron is much less than the thickness of the cord aileron. So it's triple taper all around, and it makes it very apt to roll, which is great for aerobatics. Uh-oh. Angry dog. So, oh good, they're on a leash. That's cool. So anyway, it's a fun plane to fly, especially in like weather like this, because it just really goes where it's pointed. So that's the downwind side. This is the upwind side. Ooh, and I don't know if I'm not hearing it good, but the throttle seems mushy. I'm going to bring it in. Okay, yeah, it's an Sbach 342. And, nice model. Not too expensive, and you just use ESO8MD2s or ESO8 analog servos from Emax to set it up. Any 30 amp speed controller. Motor is an old Emax. If you can find these, something similar, it's a 221520, and it's a 1200 kV motor. It's about or you find it like a 60, a 50 to 70 gram motor in the 1200 range, and this is a 9 by 4.5 APC-E prop. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.